All right, back to our top breaking news story now. Cricket South Africa has banned 4 players for breaching its anti-corruption code. There has been a long investigation into match fixing involving international betting syndicates. eNCA sports reporter Hloni Mtimkulu joins us now from Cape Town. Hloni, first of all, can you tell us more about the players who were banned and which matches are we talking about specifically?
Good morning, Sahan. Also, we are not able to say which matches specifically, but we can say that last year's Grand Slam T20 challenge, this is where all the questions or where the investigation is coming from. Just to give you a bit of a brief background, towards the end of last year, CSA did issue an alert to say that players should be careful of being approached or possible approaches from people trying to influence outcomes of matches. And subsequent to that, they announced that an intermediary had been charged, or they were investigating an intermediary to do with the Grand Slam T20. And then in January this year, they confirmed and also banned Gulam Bodhi for 20 years and for confirming that he was the intermediary. Now, today they announced that 4 players, 3 Lions players and 1 Titans player, had been banned for varying degrees of their bans. For related to this investigation into match fixing in South Africa at the Grand Slam T20.
Apart from the bans, Hloni, what other sanctions do these players face?
Okay. Just to be very specific on the bans, John Symes, he's a Lions player. He's been banned for 7 years for failing to disclose to the CSA's anti-corruption officer a payment which he knew or ought to have known was given to him to procure a piece of the code. Then Phumelela Matikwe has been banned for 10 years. But his ban has been suspended for 3 years, or 3 of those 10 years have been suspended rather. And then Ekin Balati from the Lions has been banned also for 10 years. Now, the longest ban that was given and the most high profile of the 4 players is, of course, former Proteas wicket-keeper Thamiso Lekile, who has been given a 12-year ban. And his ban, the reasons for his ban are a bit longer than the others. They say that he failed to disclose to the CSA anti-corruption officer the full details of the approach. He failed to disclose full details of matters evidencing a breach of the code by another participant, and as well as obstructing or delaying the investigation by destroying evidence that was relevant to the investigation. So they have said, so those are the sanctions that have been given. CSA CEO Harun Logat did mention that the investigation is ongoing. He wouldn't specify if there were other players involved, but he did say that the matter isn't closed, and because the matter is ongoing, they can't comment on other players' involvement.
All right, so what do these bans mean for their careers? Is this the end?
Yeah, basically that. John Symes is 29, Phumelela Matikwe is 32, Ekin Balati is 34, and Thamiso Lekile is 35. So that definitely means the end of their careers. They were asked, Harun Logat was asked what this means as 3 of the 4 players are black. He was asked what this means just in terms of transformation and getting them in to work in sort of transforming cricket in South Africa. And he wouldn't comment on that for now, just focusing on the immediate ban. But it does definitely mean that their careers are over. At the beginning of at the introduction, they did mention that there may be other players, and they said that some players' careers are still young. So we don't know yet if that means other players that are being investigated are players that have still time to play, or if it's people that are with their careers as well.
And of course, any reaction from other cricketers who were affected by these match fixing?
Also, that's the thing. The media was given a stern warning by Logat to say we should refrain from speculating about players. We know that earlier this year, 2 or 3 players came out to say that they had been questioned about match fixing. And even though they said that they were not involved, I think there was doubt cast in on them just based on the reports that had come out about them. So they can't confirm, and we at the moment can't say which players those are, because according to CSA anyway, it does cast doubt on the investigation. And Harun Logat did say that when that does happen, it gives the investigation, it sets back the investigation 3 or 4 weeks. Because obviously the players then fear that if they speak, if they give information or evidence, that they will then be compromised themselves.
All right, thank you very much. There was eNCA sports reporter Hloni Mtimkulu, of course, bringing us up to speed on Cricket South Africa banning 4 players for breaching its anti-corruption code.